Nidus Breachcast, the world's first identity management app made exclusively for identity experts and product owners, is available in the iOS App Store now.
I'm headed to DEF CON, the hacker convention. Convention. What? If I can type, we do there. Let's see what he says. Listen, my friend, you're about to enter a digital sewer of hacktivism where the only loyalty is to the chaos cabal and the rule is don't get caught. Pack an extra battery pack, a bottle of good bourbon, and a healthy dose of skepticism. And for the love of all things unholy, don't trust the selfie-taking cyborgs running the bar. This is fun. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host Adam, CIO and co-founder of Nidus, and today we're going to do something a bit different. I'm going to show you how I made a H S Thompson autoresponder Telegram bot for all of our crew out here in Vegas for DEF CON this year. So the other night, I got a little spunky late at night, and I decided, you know what, I thought would be awesome, little fun, little hackathon project would be to make a bot that acts as Hunter S. Thompson and replies back to all of us in our private Telegram group chat for while we're out here in DEF CON to be snarky and just kind of have some fun. So I made the whole thing in AI, utilizing AI, and it is hilarious. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and I'm going to recreate the whole thing using AI. So first we're going to start out using Claude. This is where I like to use most of my code generation to start from. I find that it's a little bit better than ChatGPT, as I mentioned before. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. This prompt will really guide you as to what it is that I'm doing. So I'm creating a Telegram autoresponder bot with an AWS Lambda. Create a Python Lambda in Python 3.11 that will act as a Telegram bot autoresponder. I will create an API reverse proxy for this Lambda for the Telegram bot to call as a webhook. I should probably make it a little clearer. API gateway Lambda reverse proxy, just in case, to call as a webhook. Also tell me how to create the bot in Telegram and configure it to call my API gateway URL from the webhook so that every time a message is posted to the bot, it will automatically respond with a random snarky message. Make sure the Telegram bot token is used as an environment variable. Also make sure the bot won't respond to its own messages. I don't want it to get in an infinite loop. Also tell me what the IAM permission in the Lambda run as role needs to be able to execute. I already know what that is, and I have a role already set for that, but I'm just putting it in there just to kind of show you. It'll give you all the info. Here we go. We're going to kick this bad boy off. All right, so Claude is now going to give me all this code. Let's see if it can zero shot this thing. It's going to be pretty impressive if it does, I'll tell you that. Okay, so here's a big reason why I like Claude. One, the code tends to be better, but two, it's got this artifact window on the right. So as it's generating everything on the left and telling me what to do, on the right-hand side, it actually has all the actual code that's being used. Oh, cool. I even put my Telegram bot token as an environment variable, which you can see is being loaded there. And what is it? Oh, this is the IAM permissions. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I'm not going to need that because that's by default. And as you can tell, all it needs is access to create logs, which the default role when you create a Lambda does. So not necessary there. Okay, so let's start at the top. Telegram bot function, here it is. Let's copy the code and let's go make our function. Okay, let's call this Hunter test bot. We want Python permissions. I'm just going to give it the role that I use for all my stuff. Makes it easier. Advanced. We want none of that stuff. Okay, cool. Create function. There we go. Let's paste our code in here. And now we need, this is an environment variable, so let's deploy our code so we save it. I think everything down here is good. Great. Let's go to configuration. So one quick thing I always like to do, I always like to give 512 or 768 for memory. It increases the cold start time and it has the maximum kind of throughput for these small things, so it gets stuff done faster, but it's not super expensive. So there's a bunch of papers out there if you want to check them out, but 512, 768 seems to be the magic number. I'm going to give it 10 seconds just to be fun. Okay, save. All right, triggers permissions, destination function, environment variables, edit, add. All right, so this is when we get our Telegram bot token. We'll come back and populate that. Everything else should be good to go. Okay, so now to be able to call this, we need to call this through the API gateway. So let's go ahead and create a new API gateway. So we go into API gateway, create API. We're going to create a REST API. New API, let's call it Hunter. Regional is fine. This does not need to be super fancy, that's for sure. Okay, API. So now let's create a resource. Actually, you know what? We don't even need that. We're just going to do it right at root. So we'll create a method. This one will be get and Lambda function. This is the Lambda proxy integration. So what that's going to do is take everything that the API gateway receives, is just going to forward it all the way to the Lambda, so it has all the raw data. Just makes life simpler for me. All right, Hunter test bot. There it is. Default timeout, method request. Don't care about authorization. Don't want API keys. I don't care about any of that stuff. Okay, create the method. There we go. So now we have a get method that's going to forward everything to this Lambda. The method request, integration. Okay, so now we need to deploy the API. We're going to do a new stage. We'll just call this v1 deploy. There we go. Nice. So now we have that, and here is our invoke URL. So if we call this, this should call our Lambda. And what we're going to do over here is we're going to tail, oh, it hasn't done anything yet. All right, so let's call it once. And this should just invoke it, which is fine. I'm not expecting it to do anything. But now we should have some logs. Not yet. It's going to take a minute. All right, so let's go check out, see what now Claude also says to do. All right, so we have the code, which we've updated. Create a new bot in Telegram. All right, let's see if I have my code here yet, because I don't want to create the bot just yet. Oops. Hunter, nothing still? Let's just refresh. I find that hard to believe it's not ready yet. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'm going to tail the logs, and we're going to call this thing. I just want to make sure that this thing is actually compiling fine and I don't get any weird errors. So let's see what it says. I like the tail because I can watch it real time as opposed to have to refresh and find the right log files. This just makes life simple. You can tail a whole bunch if you like chaining lambdas and stuff. Okay. What was it? Enter the code. The JSON object must be string. Okay, that's fine. It's not receiving anything, so that's why it's failing. So this looks pretty good, which is fine. All right, let's close that. Okay, so now we need to create the bot in Telegram. So now let's open up Telegram. There we go. And we're going to go to BotFather. So BotFather is where we create these bots. So we basically just spin up a conversation with BotFather, and we're going to issue the command new bot. Give it a name. Let's call him Hunter Rocks Bot. Great. Hunter Rocks Bot. Congratulations. Okay, we need this key here, so we're going to copy that to the clipboard. Let's go over here. We're going to save that. That's important. That's our Telegram token. Oh, you know what? Let's just put this right in here. Environment variables. Let's just edit this thing right now and save it. There we go. Okay, now we got that saved. Good stuff. We'll go back to code because we're probably going to make some changes, but let's see here. Okay, so now we have created the new bot in Telegram. We've created the API and the API gateway. That's done. Create a post method. Oh, that's supposed to be post. Okay, so API gateway. Let's see, go to resources, get API. Actually, I'm just going to have to make a new, I'm just going to delete this thing. So we need it to be post. Okay, create method. And this needs to be a post. Looks like I got ahead of myself. Lambda, again, reverse proxy, Hunter test bot, create method. There we go. Now, one thing which I didn't do before too is up here, where is this thing? We changed the layouts. We need to enable cores, cross origin response signing. So, where do we do that? No. Let me move my fat face over there. Where this thing is so annoying. There we go. Enable cores. They've changed the whole UI, so they do this. And they do it way, sorry, do it way too frequently. Okay, give it superior cores. Let's get responses. Let's just do everything. Post. Allow all. Save. Okay. Deploy. Every time you make a change in the API gateway, you have to redeploy it. If you don't redeploy it, it will not be live. And there's also some caching, so give it like a minute or so, just to make sure it's completely deployed. So don't trust it right away, just FYI. This is our invoke URL, so we're going to want to save that as well. Oops. There we go. So that's going to be for that. I wonder if, okay, so now let's go back to Claude. Okay, so create a post method. Got it. Okay, integration type to Lambda function, deploy the API. There's a little bit more that you need to do. I just knew what to do on that one, so which was make sure it's a Lambda proxy. That's important to be able to pass everything around. All right, deploy the API, invoke URL. Got it. Okay, so now we need this URL. This is going to create the webhook to the Telegram bot. So here's that. So here is our invoke URL. Oops. We'll put this here. And we need our bot token, which goes here. All right, copy all of this. And we can just run this right in the browser to execute it. But what I want to do is I'm going to continue to tail the actual Lambda so I can see what happens. Let's see what happens. Webhook set. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, cool. So now we should see something pop up in here that lets us know that, you know, whatever the test message was that it just did. Let's give it a second. Okay, I don't really want to wait anymore. We'll come back and check that later. Okay, so the webhook is set. Now, Telegram environment variable, already did that, so we're good. IAM permissions, already did that, we're good. It even gives you the permissions in case you need to create them. But like I said, these are the default permissions for any Lambda, so you shouldn't even have to do that. Okay, now, that's to add those things, Okay, it should be done. So now, if we go over here, and let's do a new message. Let's see, Hunter Rocks Bot. Start up. Hey there. What's up? And these should be the responses generated here from my Lambda. Yep. Oh, how original. So just to be sure, right, and we know this will work, but this is awesome. And then we're just going to deploy that. So the response should only be that one. Bam. There we go. Okay, so now here's how we can make this more fun. This is the base of it, though. So now you have an instant Telegram chatbot. Look how easy and simple that was to create. It's so freaking simple, it's crazy. One thing I want to tell you, though, is if you want to invite your bot into a group chat, there's some stuff that you got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that because that stumped me a little bit before. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's just do it. So let's just make a new group. So new group, test Hunter Rocks. We're just going to bring him into the group here. Create. Okay, so now that he's there, what we want to do is go up to this little ellipsis and then go to manage group. And now we've already added him in here, so we've already added him, which is great. But now we want to add him. So see, he has no access to messages. That's bad. So what we want to do is go into administrators, add administrator, and we're going to add the bot. All right, so now he's in there. There we go. We want to give him just full access because I really just do not care right now. Save, close, save. Wonderful. So now let's check if we go into here, manage, and now I'm going to show you something else that you need to do. Members has access to messages. Yay! There's still one more thing you need to do, though. We need to go back to BotFather and go to menu, and then we want to do my bots because we're going to edit the bot. So go ahead and tap on it, and then we want edit bot. And where is it? Maybe it's not edit bot. Bot settings, where, group privacy, there it is, go into there, Right now, privacy mode is off. You are on. You want to turn that off. That allows the actual bot to see all the messages in the group chats. Otherwise, he won't respond. He won't get the messages. So if you look in the Lambda, the messages never even come across, so he won't respond because he doesn't know what to do. So now let's go ahead and go back to our new group here. Where's Test Hunter? Here we go. Okay. Hola. There we go, and that's it. So now our bot can be added into a group, and he'll respond to everyone that plays around in the group. That's really it. That's the basis of it. With this, you can now have a really cool bot that's an autoresponder, and the world is your oyster from here, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a lot of the tweaks that I added to my personal bot to make my Hunter S. Thompson bot. So I'm going to show you actually how cool my bot is here. So Hunter, there he is. All right. So he's super snarky. Hey there, what are you up to? You can talk to him. And unfortunately, he's not going to reply right away because I put a rate limiter on him because he got way too annoying for a group chat. But so let me show you what's up. But here, you can kind of go through and see. So he's actually responding back. I do have some swear words in there, sorry. But I hope you're an adult. But you'll see, like, how much should I tip a valet at a casino? Dude, you're talking to a valet, how they're going to park your car and think you're made of money, so give them a C note and tell them you're importing the fine Italian suits from God's lamppost. That'll show them who's boss. Seriously, how much? Hey, so this is like, hey, I just landed. Congrats, you're a genius. You flew in just in time to get your sorry ass captured by the Zeppelin of Doom and dropped into a sea of debauchery. Now where's the damn party? So I made this Hunter S. Thompson bot. He's kind of our Vegas leader for all of us, and he responds back. It's fun. So I'm going to show you how I did that. And I'm using AI. I'm actually using Meta's Llama LLM to process everything. So let's go ahead and we'll go to my Hunter bot that's actually running right now. Hunter bot. There we go. And I'll show you, we'll do a little code walkthrough of all my little changes I added. So first is I'm going to have to add requests because what I'm doing is I am calling this right here, this monster API.ai. They have a REST endpoint where you can call in and call to an LLM and get a response back. It's super simple to do. Here, you can see the code here. I'll post this whole code for you guys so you have it all. You give it the role. So the role is first person response as a Las Vegas party group leader in the style of Hunter S. Thompson in Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, but rude in a super over-the-top adult humor, funny with a hint of hallucinogenic paranoia kind of way. Keep all responses under 100 characters and don't use any hashtags. Whenever a question is asked, you will do your best to give it a legit result as this rude and hilarious Hunter S. Thompson. And then you pass in the message that the user then posted into the chat group. And then it will send them, then it's going to make the post right here back to the API. And then when it comes back, I've cleaned up the response because it sends you like the full OpenAI response back, clean all that out. I log it so I can see what they're actually doing. And then I post that response from the bot to Telegram. And that's how I have a complete AI response back and forth. So we can have a complete chat bot, and he's utterly hilarious. I'm not going to lie. From here, I'm going to show you a couple other little tweaks I added in. Let's see. So this is just to make sure it's not the bot, so it doesn't go into an infinite loop, so he doesn't respond to himself. Here, let me skip this one. But I made this so that if you tag him explicitly, he will respond. So you'll notice, like in here, when I'm talking to him, he didn't say anything. But if I call him out directly, Hunter S. Thompson bot, yo, what should we do today? He's still not replying to me. There we go. Today we're going to party like rock stars, baby. We'll crash bingo afterwards and we'll win all the jackpots with my mad math skills. After that, we'll escape to the weed caffeine ferocious frenzy fortress where we'll engage in some seriously unique cannabis-induced dancing routines. I'm headed to DEF CON, the hacker convention. Convention. What? If I can type, we do there. Let's see what he says. It's a little bit slower because it's calling that LLM, but it's still pretty. Oh, I forgot to tag him. Hunter S. And my Hunter S. Thompson bot is live So you can add him to your own group, or you can talk to him directly, and he'll respond to you. He's open to everyone. He's not private. So listen, my friend, you're about to enter a digital sewer of hacktivism, where the only loyalty is to the chaos cabal, and the rule is don't get caught. Pack an extra battery pack, a bottle of good bourbon, and a healthy dose of skepticism. And for the love of all things unholy, don't trust the selfie-taking cyborgs running the bar. This is fun. Okay, so the reason I had to put this in here was because he was getting a little bit too much, because I had him responding to every single post into our group chat, and he was going a little haywire. So I had to pull him back. So what I did is I put this random in here, so it generates a random number from 1 to 5. If it's 3, then it does it. So basically there's a 20% chance that he'll respond, otherwise he just ignores it. That seems to be the sweet spot to really enjoy him. But like I said, if you tag him directly, it overrides it, and then he'll respond back to you all the time. So now, then I call that thing, and I make the post, and then I strip it all out and send it back. That's pretty much it. The one thing I will add, though, is because when you add this stuff in here, if you're new to Lambdas, because I'm making this request, adding the requests library to import it is a pain in the butt. I hate doing all that pip stuff. So what I like to do is I prefer to install layers. So Lambda has this thing called layers, and you'll see I have one added here, down here at the bottom. This here is K-Layers P311 requests. So by adding this, it's kind of bolting on all those libraries that are already set up, so that the Lambda just attaches it, and then it can use it as a reference. And this K-Layers has a whole bunch of these that you can just use at any point in time. It's really rad. So check this out. Let's see, I'll show you where it is. K-Layers.cloud. Nope, K-Layers. An S. There we go. So now you pick your version. So let's say Python 3.11, and where do you want it to go? So I'm running everything US East. So US East 1, and then the library, and then what are you looking for? So we want requests. So we go down to the R's. There we go. And there it is. And there's the ARN. So you just copy that, and then it's really simple. You just go to add a layer, and we want the ARN, and you put it in there, hit verify, and make sure it's legit, and then you add it. And then it adds the layer. That's it. Super simple. And now you can just import requests. You don't have to do all that pip install and conda and all that kind of crap. You can just add it as a layer, and it works perfectly simple. Yeah, that's really it. One thing I wanted to do, since I'm here, I'm going to mess with everyone. First restaurant was here, Hunter S. Thompson, if you're in Las Vegas, but a rude, super over-the-top, funny, with a hint of illusionary paranoia kind of way that is talking to a group of degenerate hackers. There we go. I'm just updating the prompt there. Cool. So now, whenever I talk to Hunter S. Thompson, he's going to treat me as a hacker, so he should give me a little bit different replies. Let's test it out. Hunter S. Thompson bot. What's up? Let's do a cold start. Let's see what he comes back with. What's up, weirdos? Just getting ready to throw a rave party that'll make tribal rituals of the ancient Mayans look like a poker game at the blackjack table. I'm talking hallucinogenic fog machines, techno beats that'll blow your mind, and enough Jack Daniels to tank an aircraft carrier. What's more, I've got a plan to hack into the entire strip and make it rain like a biblical plague of locusts, or at least that's the plan until the Neo Syndicate of casinos hires some serious heat to shut us down. Want in? Hell yes. Okay, so that's it. That's the Hunter S. Thompson bot that's made for our group out here at DEF CON in Vegas this year. I had a ton of fun making this thing, and as you can tell, I keep wanting to tweak it and have fun with it. The what you can do with this stuff is endless. So I really hope that you have fun with this. Play around with it. Like I said, if you want to test them, just use the one that's already out there at Hunter_S_Thompson_bot is the bot on Telegram. Feel free to start talking to him. Tag him directly if you want him to respond immediately every time. Otherwise, add him to your group and let the debauchery ensue. I'll see you guys around. Later.
Nidus has just created the first iOS app made exclusively for identity management professionals. It's called Nidus Breachcast, and you can download it now. It's amazing. We have real-time updates of all the latest breaches that are occurring, CVEs as they come out real-time, really pertaining just to identity management. We have media that's going on this podcast. We're going to be bringing in a lot more others as well. And we even have a complete vendor list of all the identity management vendors and all their products, so you can find out exactly where to download their software, all the documentation. And what's even more awesome is an identity management glossary. All those crazy words and acronyms that we can never remember, they're all listed in there for you. No ads, just pure information to make your life simple.